Hey guys, it's Lima. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. For everyone else, thanks for coming back. Today we got a very special game I'm reviewing. It's called Oxenfree. It was released for the PC and the Xbox One and just recently got announced it'll be out on the PS4. It's a little indie gem darling. I usually don't play indie games, so caught me off guard. I know I rambled about how indie games are stupid in one of my last videos. This guy's read an article on Kotaku, something about if you're not smart, you won't enjoy this little indie gem that I love so much. So there's a little something. I don't have a word for that. Hey guys, let's get right into the review.
The formula or whatever and ruined it.
Oxenfree is just one of those games that gets me. Sometimes a stupid AAA gamer like myself wants to enjoy a smart story when I want to push my tiny little Call of Duty jock gamer brain to its limits. I hate you, Kotaku. You suck. Except Jason Schreider, he's pretty good over there. But that's like being the smartest kid with Down syndrome. It's not something you put on your resume. Oxenfree is a choose-your-own-adventure, spooky high school friend simulator. What, that's a genre? Or it should be, at least. The game follows the story of 5 teenagers who take a boat to a remote island that usually isn't that bad of a time. But like all stupid kids in horror movies, they do something stupid to have a pretty bad time. When you first arrive on the island, it's all fun and games. Well, if you can call Truth or Slap fun, or even a game.
I can't believe this is happening.
This really doesn't.
Hush, this is for your honor. Watch and relish.
Haha, and it's not even my birthday.
Ow! Kids are stupid. After some farting around on the beach, you, as an Alex, our heroine of the story, and her new stepbrother Jonas, decide to explore some weird caves that you unlocked using your weird ghost radio. Darn kids and their beach ghost radio parties. I remember my first beach ghost radio party like it was yesterday. I don't know how parties work. This is just an old modem. I don't even own a boombox. And I don't have any muscles. This is a bad idea. Can we?
But I'm sorry, we don't really know.
While you're in the caves, you unlock a rift that allows ghosts to come into our world and try to take over some bodies. Yeah, I think I got that right. It's a little confusing and it might have went over my head. I'm looking into it. I don't want to go into too much detail because the story is fantastic and it's the main reason you guys are definitely going to want to play this. It had me glued to my PC for the 4 to 6 hours it took to beat. So one thing Oxenfree does great is its dialogue trees. You get 3 choices just like most games, and you also have a certain amount of time to choose one like a lot of other games. This can range from anywhere from 2 seconds to like forever. It's used in a way though that makes conversations feel real. What do I mean by that? Well, the first time I played, I had Alex respond to pretty much all the conversations that I could, but that made me feel like a rude son of a bee. Why? Because you pretty much interrupt everyone. It leads to cutting off sentences and characters being like, "Hey Alex, I was talking before you rudely interrupted me." Okay, they don't say that, but they'll be like, "What was I saying?" Or just like a new whole conversation that takes place by saying 2 different words. It has this flow that no other game has even come close to being like. I say the closest might be Telltale, but it's got nothing on this. I don't know, Oxenfree just makes me feel like I'm having a real conversation. How stupid that sounds, but it kinda did. So what is all this dialogue stuff doing anyway? So occasionally when you answer a question or another character says something, a character's portrait will appear above the head of a certain character, signifying either you did something good, bad, or other stuff. I guess your goal is to be friends with everyone by the end of the game. You can even set up 2 of your friends if you play your cards right.
Alright, I can live with that. Yeah, I know.
The second time I played, I never interrupted anyone. It was cool to just sit back and let my friends do all the talking. It was like I was playing a different character. Instead of being a rude, dumb-faced McFacer, I was this shy, awkward, quiet girl. I just wanted to see what everyone said, take it in before I responded.
Like, what does that even mean?
Her mom is marrying my dad, so...
All these conversations the second time around would normally be the death of me, especially playing it in back-to-back days. But with just how well written the characters are, it just makes me want to learn more and more about each of them. Even though some of the characters are somewhat generic high schoolers, I still love them all, even Clarissa. I have to give a quick, huge shout out to the voice actors in this game. They freaking killed it. And on the presentation side, even though the graphics aren't crazy AAA, they are beautiful. I could stare at them forever. And the music, just listen to it. It's spooky and good all at the same time. So besides the dialogue trees, what other sorts of gameplay are there? Like any other adventure game, you're mostly here for the story. But there are some nice things here and there to keep you engaged while you're listening to this great story unfold. You spend most of your time exploring the island, going from place to place, climbing and such. There's a few things to find like hidden radio stations and some notes some lady left behind explaining more of the island's history and whatnot. So I've heard some complaints that the radio gets a little repetitive. For the first playthrough it didn't bother me at all, but on multiple playthroughs like I did do, it can get a little, frustrating, like, I gotta find this radio station in one of 100 billion. But if you're not gonna play multiple times, it shouldn't bother you at all unless you're a crazy person. But anyway, we're gonna dive a little heavy into the story, so I'm gonna put a spoiler warning up here, right here, somewhere on the screen, and also a click here. No, go here, to send you to the end of the video where I'll just recap blah 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 blah. Am I still talking? I shouldn't be. Let's dive in. So a while back there was a submarine accident where one submarine sank another one due to friendly fire. So those Navy officers that died in there aren't exactly drilled on how they went out. A certain amount of time has passed, and a lady named Margaret was looking into the ghosts, the deaths, the sub, all that stuff. Her and her friend got really close and even made contact with the ghost, I think I got from one of the letters that Margaret left behind. And it seems like her friend died or got taken over while Margaret ran away. Now we're up to present day. Margaret has just died and left her super ghost radio around for you kids to find and try to use to stop the ghosts, I guess. Along the way, you keep falling into these time loops, watching your friends die and then come back to life, and sometimes even be possessed by the ghosts. A lot of other stuff happens along the way as well. Eventually, Alex finds out from the ghost that if she wants to stop the ghost, she has to trap herself with the ghost in the rift, but then all her friends will be saved. Or you can try to fight them all for your ghost radio, and that might work too. Or you can do what I did on my last playthrough and choose to leave your friend Clarissa back on the island, possessed by the ghosts, and everyone can be happy. Why would you choose that, you say? Because Clarissa is the biggest bee that ever beed. It seems like whatever you end up doing, you get off the island and everything seems pretty happy. A few weeks have passed, maybe even months. Then bam! You're back on the boat on the way to the island. When this happened, my jaw dropped. You're stuck in a time loop with the ghosts. You've probably been stuck there for years, if not centuries. You must have saved your friends so long ago that you're just replaying every possible scenario, trying to get off the island. It's crazy. The ending is up for debate, but there's a lot of little hints that lead me to this being my main theory, like you see other Alexes with other people's Steam or Xbox IDs and mirrors, which also leads to the multi-worlds theory. If I'm way off base here, feel free to leave a comment with your theory and tell me I'm an idiot, because I don't like my theory, because I hope Alex is fine and living with all her friends, because being stuck on an island with ghosts and stuff is the worst thing ever. Except she doesn't have to go to school anymore. That's good. As I said in my opening, Oxenfree just gets me. It's what I want out of video games these days. Yeah, it's a little light on gameplay, but with a story this fantastic, there's no doubt this would be one of my favorite games of the year. I would definitely recommend this game to any adventure game fan, or just someone who really enjoys a good story. I would even go as far to say people who aren't that big into adventure type games might even like this one for the cool spooky high school atmosphere story thing. Yeah, that's a good description. With me loving this game so much, I thought it would be only proper to give out my first ever award in my new type rating system thingamabob. What kind of rating system is that? I wouldn't worry about it too much. Oxenfree gets my first ever gold trophy. Is that good? I think so, but I never got many trophies, so yeah.
Hey, what do you call a man who's short of time? Huh? Have you heard this one?
But that was my review on Oxenfree. You will be hearing a lot more about this game, I think, from me and a lot of other people once it starts making its ways through the PewDiePies and the Mark Pilfers. I don't know how to read anymore. But anyway, thanks for watching. And if you... Yep. I don't have like a catchphrase. Oh, I had one, but I didn't like it. Oxenfree is good. That's my... I don't even remember my catchphrase. That's just my opinion. Why am I playing with my nipples? I really should just stop this video. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you really like what you saw, hit that subscribe button. Do me a favor, share it around, hit that like button, all that good stuff. And if you're bored, there should be an older video up on the screen. Click that and see what I've been up to. Take it easy, guys.